welcome back to Southpaw Diecast. I'm Scott, and today we got another Sweet 16. It's the custom Corvette in red, and it's missing the hood, and the wheels are in pretty bad shape, and it's got some chip paint here and there. So I've actually already got the replacement hood. I've had this casting for quite a while, as well as the replacement hood, but just haven't gotten around to it yet. So we're going to bring this back to its glory days. I'm going to keep the original color of red, so stay tuned. Okay, so I got the post drilled so we can take the car apart and see what we're dealing with. Windshield looks pretty good. It's a little scuffed up in places, but I think that can be buffed out. Interior is perfect. Base has got some tarnish. It's not real bad. And then, of course, the body, we're going to get the body and the citrus strip. We're going to get all that paint off and give it a nice new paint job and some new wheels. So, not looking bad. And I've also got the replacement hood as well. So, we ought to have some fun with this one. Stay tuned, everyone. Okay, so we got the car in the vise, and we're going to drill out the post of the body. And I've said it a lot. Take your time doing this step. Always check your depth. Make sure that you're in the center of the post with the bit, and don't angle the drill bit one way or the other. Keep it in line with the post, or you'll drill out or blow out the post. Now, if you do, don't panic, because it's fixable. Paul at Fat Guy Productions or Paul at Diecast Graveyard have videos on how to do that. So you just want to check your depth, add a little bit more oil if you need it, because that really does make a big difference as far as the bit going into the post. If you do that, you're going to be fine. And believe me, when I first started, I blew out a few posts myself. Now, it's harder on the red lines than it is the main lines. The main lines use larger screws, so you have a larger drill bit and it's easier to work with. You might start on doing those before you do some red lines, because the red lines are pretty tiny posts. And then you always want to check your depth, for the simple fact some posts are so short, if you don't, then you run the risk of drilling into the body through the other side, and then you got to try to fix that and make it look good. So take your time and check your depths, and again, like I'm doing right here, keep that drill bit straight, and you'll be fine doing this, I promise. Like I said, it happened to me, it's going to happen to you. That's why I suggest just doing the main lines for your first maybe 3 or 4 till you kind of get used to that, and then you can try doing a red line, being how it's a much smaller bit and a much smaller screw, and it takes a little bit more finesse to make sure you don't damage or blow out the post. So we'll get this done and we'll be on to the next step. Okay, well, it's that time again. The orange toxic goo. So we're going to put the Corvette body down in it. Down she goes. And I'm going to push it down in. We're going to leave that soak for about a day. And the reason why I soak it for a day is because that citrus strip really goes to work. And when you leave it in there for a full day, I literally put this in a little tin pan and run hot water over it, and it just washes off all the loose paint to where I have a clean casting, so you're not doing a lot of picking and a lot of brushing trying to get off specks of paint. It just literally rinses right off, and that's why I leave it in there for a day. So stay tuned. Okay, so we got the body out of the citrus strip, and I'm going to hit it with this Scotch-Brite wheel. And I got these over on Amazon, and I got them through Diecast Graveyard's YouTube channel. Paul has a link to his Amazon shop that he has a ton of stuff to help you restore these cars. So go support Paul and go to his Amazon shop. Now, to me, guys, this is a game changer. And the reason why is by using these Scotch-Brite wheels, to me, it takes off the tarnish, the imperfections, the little black specks of this and that, and it really brightens up the metal so that when you do grab your flitz and your polishing wheel, to me, you just get such a better result. That's my opinion. You can do it however you want, but to me, this is why a lot of my red lines with the Spectraflame paints look so good. I just think it's partially due to this step. So I'm not going to show you the whole video because I've still got a couple minutes worth of polishing to do because I do the whole body. But again, I think it's a game changer. I think you should try it on your next casting just to see how well it really will help. And now there I'm doing the front end of it. So I'm even going to do the motor and brighten that up a little bit, which it'll help. So we'll get on to the next step. Okay, so we got the base all cleaned up. And again, using my trusty Flitz calcium rust line remover with instant action. But what I like to do is I like to spray it and then let it set for maybe 25 to 30 seconds and then rinse it off. And when you rinse it off, you can almost see a difference already. And then I take a wire brass brush and scrub it for maybe 15 seconds. And look at this, guys. Look at that. That's incredible. And get this, I haven't even touched this base with the Scotch-Brite wheel yet. This is just straight after using the calcium rust line remover and a wire brush. That's it. And it turned out that well. And this base was pretty well tarnished. So again, my hats off to the Flitz people. They make awesome products. And stay tuned. Okay, and we're back. And we got the car all ready for assembly. And buffed out the windshield and dipped it in the gauzy, and it did a really good job and cleaned the interior. And got that base looking so nice with the Flitz calcium rust line remover. Got some new wheels on it. Got a brand new red paint job on the Corvette. And so I'm ready to get this thing together and we can do the reveal. Stay tuned. Okay, and this is where we started with the custom Corvette in pretty bad shape. And now let's get to the reveal and see how I did. Okay, here she is, a fully restored Sweet 16 custom Corvette in red. I went ahead and kept the color I bought it in. And this casting took a little longer than expected. Had a couple little issues. One was a simple issue, kind of funny on my part. Trying to get the windshield back in, I couldn't get it in right. Normally, you just turn the body upside down, you drop in the windshield, your interior, your base, and you're done. I tried that, and the windshield it was dropped down and didn't look right. And I had to end up stepping away because I just couldn't see what the problem was. So I come back in, and I look at the body, and I see that there's a ridge the same shape as the bottom of the windshield on the outside of the casting. I was like, are you kidding me? So I took it apart, and I had to put the windshield in through the front, and that windshield would fit in that little groove on the outside of the body. Then it worked. So I had to figure that out, but I got it. And the other issue that I had was the hood. I didn't know there was a difference between Hong Kong and USA hoods on this casting. But thanks to my buddy Paul at Diecast Graveyard, he set me straight on that. So when I finally did get the Hong Kong hood, still part of the quality of the hood just was not good. I had to modify the little mounts on the hood to get the hood to stay on, because if not, it would just fall off. But hey, we got it. It looks great. I had fun doing it, just a little challenging. But another Sweet 16 for my collection. So if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe because it's always free. And we'll see you next time.